World-class social status. Imagine you're a dude. If you are a dude, this should be easy. Anyhow, you walk into a room, a social environment where people go to meet other people. You scan the room for ladies. Now, how specifically do you do this? Do you spend a few minutes looking at each one trying to figure out her personality? Maybe, but probably not. If you are like most normal dudes, the very first pass look is to categorize the girls based on beauty. Suppose there are 50 girls in this big room, and you had some alien brain tech. So you could check inside each other dude's brain to see who they thought were the top 5 beauties. Do you think this would be a random distribution? Or do you think most guys would more or less choose the same small group of women and put them in their own top 5? Most dudes would probably choose the same basic group. This is only a first pass. Of course, there is a lot more to romantic happiness than just looks. But for guys, this is the very first thing guys notice. What about the ladies? What do they notice? Many guys wrongly assume it's also looks. It is not. It is something much more subtle, something that does take a bit of subconscious thinking based on ancient evolution. Girls look at guys and judge guys based on relative frame strength, on their status related to the other guys in the room. That word status is easy to misunderstand. It is usually confused with either wealth or outwardly displayed signs of wealth. This is why guys get hung up on looks and wearing the right clothing, etc. But the real driving factor of initial attraction is relative status or relative frame strength. For example, suppose a girl had some kind of ESP knowledge of some bad thing that was about to happen. She didn't know what specifically, only that something bad was coming. And she had to decide which dude would be the most likely to handle that bad thing that was coming. Certainly not the dude who looked the prettiest or had the best looking clothing. The dude who had the most frame strength. The guy who radiated a deep sense of confidence. The guy who seemed to have this sense of belief in himself that no matter what happened, he'd be able to handle it. The guy who doesn't look around and feel intimidated in the least by any of the people around him. A guy who could feel absolutely confident starting and maintaining a friendly conversation with anybody in the room. Now the money question. How specifically can you slowly build this kind of relative frame strength? There is a way, but this way is terrifying for most normal people, which means if you want to stand out from those normal people, this will do the trick. To learn more, visit mindpersuasion.com/3x3.